All right, questions for Coach Stotts. First one's coming from Casey Holall with Trailblazers.com.
Hi, Terry. First, just a bit of housekeeping. Were Nassir and Hassan able to go and practice today?
Nassir was able to. He was on the bike, so he cleared the first stage of the protocol. So he was able to be at practice, but did not participate. Hassan, this was a light practice. We didn't go live 5-on-5, but Hassan participated in everything.
And how do you expect that you're going to play tomorrow's scrimmage? Will it be similar to the way that you did it with kind of two separate units, or is that going to change?
No, I won't do it like that. Depend on availability, obviously, of Hassan, and see how we're doing from a health standpoint. But no, I won't be platooning. I'll be rotating players in like a normal game, but I haven't made a decision on the number of minutes for the starters.
Next question is coming from Dwight James with NBC Sports Northwest.
Very curious about what you thought about the atmosphere in the gym, with the crowd noise or whatever that was. And the shooting background looked kind of funny on TV. Overall, what did you think of the presentation?
I was impressed with it. It's I think everybody was adjusting to the lighting. Just the actual light for the game. I heard some players talk about that. I thought the ambiance that they had in, and I think it's going to be even different for regular season games once they start. But it's more than anything else, I'd say it's very unique. Just takes a little while to get used to, but I think the league had made it at least feel like an exciting environment, even though you're playing in an empty gym.
Are there any more questions for Coach? All right, next question is coming from Jamie Hudson with NBC Sports Northwest.
Coach, with Zach and what you saw in the scrimmage, what'd you like about what he was doing with the second unit? And do you think that he would have maybe a different role versus when he's out there with the first group versus the second group?
Well, first of all, I don't know if when we get to the regular season games, if we'll play an entire second unit. I think Dame or CJ will probably be on the floor. I think Nurk or Hassan will be on the floor. So I think evaluating him and what he's doing with the second unit, he was only out there for 3 or 4 minutes with that group against Indiana. So I wouldn't say it was much of a test, but I would anticipate that, Zach's role will be the same no matter who he's out there with. But like I said, he'll probably be out there with either Nurk or Hassan, and primarily being the 4. When he's out there against Indiana with that second group, he was out there with Wenyan and a lot of young guys. So I think that was a difficult stretch, but he's going to be out there with our main guys, with our starters, whether it's Dame, CJ, Mello, Nurk, Hassan. So probably won't be expected of him.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Hey, Coach. Indiana, was minus a lot of its big men the other day. Toronto has a lot of good big men. Do you expect a sterner test for Collins and Nurk tomorrow?
Yeah, in that, it's Toronto and they're the defending champs. So, they're a really good team. We'll see who they play. They look good against in their first game. I forget who it was against right at the moment. But, it'll be a different type of test. Certainly without Sabonis and without Turner, it was a different team. But frankly, I think playing against a smaller team is probably a better test for us, because I think the way the league is, I wouldn't be surprised to see teams go small against us and see how we match up. So in these scrimmages, I don't mind that at all.
All right, last question is coming from Casey Holdahl with Trailblazers.com.
Harry, just in general, after a scrimmage, a couple weeks of practice, where would you say you guys are at in terms of where you are hoping you're going to be by the time the first seeding game comes around?
We better be ready. That's all. I mean,
Well, no, I would say where would you kind of summate where your guys are at right now? Do you feel like you're making the progress you need to? You're at the right spots?
yeah, we've had good practices. I think we've done a good job of kind of deciding what to put in throughout these 2 weeks. There's still some things that we want to get done in this last week, but those are going to be, I think our live practices are going to be whittled down if we have any at all. It's going to be more, cerebral, knowing plays, knowing coverages, just making sure we're on point with situations, things like that. But I want to make sure that we're fresh going into the game against Memphis.
Thanks, Terry.
We will wrap it there. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we'll have Zach Collins out here in just a minute, Jacob.